All right, project time. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun is just coming up. All right, so two really fast, quick things for today. I am so sick and tired of having the trunk? Yeah, trunk lid of the 34 fall on me. I'm tired of using this stick to hold it open. So, like I said, I did get a couple things to help with this, and this is what it looks like. This is such a pain in the butt to use this stick. Okay, now that that is taken care of, where did I put it? Here. Today is really fast. We're gonna do two things really quick. One of which I hope will really help, and I'll shed a little light on the subject. So these are the trunk strut things, I think. Where did I get this from? I got this from Just Jap, JUSTJAP. I think they're in Australia. Crazy expensive, these parts, but it is what it is. Too bad, right? So super easy. All you gotta do is just take off this little nut, take off the one on the bottom, swap everything out, and that should be easy. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. All right, this is not gonna work. I need to get an actual 12 millimeter open end. Let me grab that, I'll be back again. All right, here we go. Yep, I don't know if you can see, but the bottom of this thing is filled with oil. So the gas struts were leaking. There's oil all over my fingers. Time to throw in the new ones. These are the new ones. Pretty self-explanatory. All you do is screw it back in. All right. All right, and just by replacing that one, I don't need my stick anymore. Okay, now I can use this stick to, I don't know, I'll use it for something else. Let me change out the other strut really quick, and I'll show you the next thing that I have planned, which is gonna be good, sort of. I don't know, we'll see, who cares? Let's see what it looks like. Okay, everything is in. Time to test this out. Damn, that feels good. Okay, this is done. Next project, super fast, super easy, sort of. But I need to explain a little why I'm doing this. Even though I said I would not touch this car, I already have, but I'm gonna mess with the motor. Against my better judgment, I'm still gonna mess with the motor. So let me show you what I'm gonna do. Here we go with part two of my quick 5-minute project, sort of. I'm gonna put this in. Yes, this is a manual boost controller. one of the worst ways to control boost. Sort of. It's a good, cheap, fast alternative fix, but it's not the correct way to regulate boost, regulate spike, peak, holds, and constant boosts throughout the whole RPM range. It's not the way to go. The correct way is to get an electronic boost controller, which brings me to the car. All right, let me open up the car, shed some light on my ideas and my theories. Darn, I need the stick for this. Let me grab the stick. I'll be right back. And for the new owner, I'm sorry, but that person needs to find their own stick. This stick is mine. All right, so let me show you my idea, what I'm thinking, and how my brain works. Now, see this? This right here is I'm thinking it's a Z32 mass airflow meter. Back in the day, when you did this Z32 mass air sensor, the only time you would typically do that is if you had a bigger turbo and you had bigger injectors. Okay, bigger turbo, bigger injectors. I do see headers. Now here's the thing. This car has a Greddy electronic boost controller. But I noticed that the wire, when I followed the wire, it's not hooked up. The boost controller, someone unplugged the wire and zip tied it into this corner. So there you go. All the recipes of making a 400 to 500, maybe a 600 horsepower motor, along with a big ass intake plenum. Now, nowhere on this car is there a blow-off valve, and the intake, the whole intercooler system is freaking huge. The pipes are at least 2 3/4, maybe 3-inch pipes on both end tanks of the intercooler. Okay, so we have all the recipes of making a big ass horsepower high boost car. Okay, when I'm on the gas pedal, I wanted to see what it felt like. Anyway, stomped on the gas pedal and it only boosts 6 pounds. 6 pounds. So that means that it's running off of the wastegate, I think. But it's only boosting the factory 6 pounds, 6 psi. Why? Why? I don't know why. I don't know. I think the Japan guys took out some of the electronics. I think and there is the catalytic converter, a stock catalytic converter. Why would you do all this free-flowing, high horsepower stuff and put on a damn catalytic converter? That makes no sense to me. No, none. Zero. Logic goes out the window. I don't know. There's a big dump pipe coming off of the turbo. So like I said, there's all of the recipes for making high horsepower, but yet it's only boosting at 6 psi, which is really, really irritating. Anyway, a Greddy boost controller or a manual boost controller from AEM. There's so many brands out there that are super, super good. Now, if I did that route, I'm gonna spend $400 to $500 on a manual boost controller. I'll need to take the car down to the dyno, get tuned, get boosted. It's such a freaking headache. So this is my alternative. It's not the right way. I'm gonna intercept the Greddy boost controller. So this is so damn easy. A child can do this. Maybe I should have a child do this. So let me show you what's gonna happen. What I'm gonna do, take this boost controller, let's take it out. All this does is bleed air, right? More boost, less boost, more boost, less boost. This goes in between the wastegate for people who don't know what the hell's going on. Wastegate, made in Australia. So I think this is relatively good stuff. The Greddy electronic boost controller was of course controlled electronically. I don't have any means to control this damn thing electronically. So there's the wastegate in there. I mean, that's the wastegate actuator. This is the charge from the outgoing from the turbo. I'm gonna take this. Why did they always put these crazy blue rubber hoses on? God, I hate that. So I'm gonna take off the wire from there, or you know what? In fact, I'll just unplug it from here, unplug it from there, put this guy in between. I'm gonna dial it closed all the way, slowly open the boost. I'm gonna slowly open the boost, the manual boost controller. That will fool the wastegate spring to thinking that it's not seeing the correct PSI, and it's gonna boost higher until it does reach that whatever, right? Whatever PSI I choose. Now, I don't know if it's an aftermarket turbo. I don't know anything about this car. I do know that 6 PSI is safe for a stock junky lunky ceramic turbo. I am going to slowly creep up the boost until about 8 or 9, and that's it. Even if this thing was designed to handle 20, 30 PSI, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm only gonna go up to about 9 PSI. Like I said, on a stock turbo, that's all you want to go. 9 at the most, or you will grenade that turbo. It will explode. I've seen it happen. So super easy. All I'm gonna do is intercept the line, put this piece in. That should only take about 2 minutes at the most. So let me do that off camera and I'll be right back. All right, it's done. It's hooked up. Now, I lied about 2 minutes. It took 3 because I got rid of those godforsaken ugly blue hoses and I just put on some regular black silicone hose. Now, there's several things I like about the Turbo Smart. The Turbo Smart ones are really good. It tells you which way it goes to the wastegate. It tells you more boost, less boost, and the best thing is that there's like a little clicker. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'll see if the audio will pick it up. There's a detent and a set spring, set screw. Once you find the desired boost, you turn the set screw, locks it in. But there's a clicker, so you limits the possibility of the whole thing walking later on and boost creeping when you don't want it. So yeah, check this out. Okay, next thing, take the car for a test drive. I turn the boost all the way to minus. Hopefully that cuts everything off. Slowly creep up the boost until it hits 9 PSI, and that should be it. I do trust the Greddy gauges that are in there, which is also kind of gets me thinking, why would you put Greddy gauges that can monitor everything super good? Why would you put all that high horsepower making things and only boost 6 PSI? That's duh. So let's go for a test drive and see what happens. All right, well, that did not work. So what happened was I went around the block, just pressed on the gas pedal a little, and the car spiked a little over the 9 PSI. So I know it's not working. And no, the boost controller is not flipped around backwards. Everything is correct. Follow the instructions exact. it is what it is. So I put the stock boost controller back in, and we're back to boosting 6 or 7 psi. I'm not dumb. I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'll let the next owner deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. But I do have another bright idea to put the manual boost controller into my yellow car and see what happens then. Ha. So that will be for my next project. I'll try to put it into the yellow car. If the boost spikes, then I'm just throwing that damn thing away. All right, you know what? In keeping with my little short projects, my little 5-minute videos, whatever, let's call this on a day. Life lesson learned. Some things don't always go the way you plan, and you're just gonna have to learn to deal with it. I will. Okay, thanks everybody for sticking around with this short project. I will see you guys again on my next project.